Me know Dr. Sally. So
We are. We are live. Good evening, everybody. I didn't go away. I didn't run away. We are back. We are back. The series is gonna go until the end of at the end of November, and then we switch up into a different format that is going to be very interesting as we get ready for mid-year. The Hunger Games is officially here. Pharmacy Jumanji is officially started. I'm very
yeah,
excited to have my guest this evening. I always credit LinkedIn for bringing me and some people together that otherwise
yeah,
I would have never, ever, ever come across. And tonight's guest, I'm so happy that she could have time in her busy schedule to join us. Welcome, Dr. Akanje. She is. Well, I'm going to let you tell everybody about yourself. I don't want to
yes.
steal your thunder.
It's okay, Dr. Sally. Thank you for this opportunity to be here tonight. Like Dr. Sally said, it was LinkedIn that brought us together. A year ago, I was also applying for residencies and to
Yeah.
be precise, managed care.
Yeah.
So my name is Akojeh Asonganyi. I'm currently a PGY1 resident at CareFirst Blue Cross Blue Shield DC Medicaid, and I
Mm,
graduated from Shenandoah University. So
yeah.
any questions you guys may have, feel free to shoot it my way. So
Absolutely. I'm so excited. And again, I'm just thrilled that you are able to jump on the series because I think it's a really good perspective. Those of you that have been able to come in and participate that are in managed care is still considered like when you talk to students about it, like it's a non-traditional. And I'm kind
yeah.
of like, they don't know a lot about it.
Mhm.
They don't meet a lot of people that are in it. And so there's a lot of curiosity, I think, that's building around
Yeah.
managed care, and it's super tight and super it's a small community, of course, but I would love it if you could just explain a little bit for, I don't know, I think about my first and second year student pharmacists, but I know that there are a lot of people in the trenches right now deciding where to apply and stuff. What is managed care pharmacy,
So,
and what type of person kind of thinks that this is a fit for them?
So, Dr. Sally, first of all, I will start by defining what managed care is, like from a layman's perspective. So, managed care refers to providing evidence based care in a cost effective manner at like a population level. So, for me, when I was in pharmacy school, I knew that I always wanted to do something non traditional. So, what
Mhm.
led me to this path? One of my favorite classes in pharmacy school was pharmacy administration, where
Wow.
yes, so my professor was giving like a discussion on like health insurance,
Yeah.
formularies. I was like, wow, this is very interesting.
Said no one ever. I was sitting
So
in that class and I was like, what is this language?
yes,
I
so
don't know this
it was
language.
like premiums,
Yeah.
deductibles. So I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this is very interesting. So
Yeah.
that also led me to be involved with AMCP. So I was
Gotcha.
fortunate to meet like minded individuals. And then
Yeah.
one thing with that conference is that they pair students with like conference buddies, people who
Uh,
have been in the field. So they kind of serve like as your mentor. So
yeah.
they've been also in the managed care field, and then they'll kind of ask you like what made you, like what interested you in this field, and then they
Yeah.
also tell me a lot of them were also like you, they did like residency, they were also
Hmm.
board certified in
Hmm.
ambulatory care, and then
Hmm.
they transitioned to managed care. Like I
Yeah.
always tell people, you don't have to be involved in AMCP, like make your experiences count, like
Yeah.
because most of the RPDs know that they don't students are not exposed to managed care in pharmacies. They just want to
Absolutely.
see your interest in the
Yeah.
field and how you utilize, like for me, for example, I was fortunate to get like managed care rotations, but some of my friends didn't. You just have to make those experiences count. What they want is your clinical knowledge. From there they can train you.
Yep.
you know. So for me, on a daily basis in my residency, I still have patient interaction. We still do MTMs,
Uh-huh.
transitions of care, because all of those things count.
Yeah.
You can pay for medication, but if they're not taking it, what good is it? So,
Yes. Medications don't
yes,
medications don't work if you don't take them.
yes. So we also do HEDIS measures, like, right now in my residency, I'm helping out the Medicare portion of my pharmacy. Like, it's another line of business. So we're helping them with their HEDIS measures, like patients who are on diabetes and who
Yeah.
are not on statin therapies. We do outreach to their providers and be like, hey, we see that your patient is on metformin, but they're not on statins,
Yeah.
because those measures are very important. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so
Yeah. That sounds so cool. Okay. So, you've answered some of the questions that you've touched on a few things definitely wanted to ask you, because some people superficially they think that, yeah, managed care it's purely administrative and you have to have that interest in pharmacy administration to or have experience and exposure. I always think like pharmaceutical industry, then managed care, where students literally count themselves out before they
mhm,
even try, because in their minds, unless they've had exposure to these areas, their chances of getting an opportunity in the field or in this area is going to be so low or non-existent at all. So I love the fact that you touch on the fact that like they will train you, they will teach you.
yes,
Yeah,
they
they will teach you.
yes. And then one thing I also tell students, Dr. Sally, is that with managed care residency, when I was applying, there are not a lot of accredited programs in managed care. When I was applying last year, like, I told you, it's like 48
Yeah,
accredited programs in the
yeah,
nation, and
yeah,
there are thousands of students applying. So whenever students reach out to me, I said, managed care, you should also apply to non-accredited
yeah,
too, because they teach you the same thing
mhm,
that those accredited programs like teach. But
yep,
the thing is that you don't graduate with a certificate from ASHP. For me,
yeah,
I think that is fine. Like, my struggles. I didn't match in phase one and phase two.
yeah,
So I also
yeah,
applied to a non-accredited, and that's where I'm at today. And I won't
yeah.
like exchange those experiences for the world.
Just
So
yeah.
because
I mean, I admire.
yeah,
I definitely admired your grit and your commitment. And like I said, LinkedIn is a powerful place. I just put it out there that if anybody had not matched to reach out and you reached out and it was just instantly, I was like, oh my God, this is
uh-huh,
an awesome candidate, because I just think like you are a prime example of what everybody thinks as like ideal candidate,
yes,
and here you were like, and it wasn't making sense to either of us, of course. So,
yes,
I was like, the only thing I can tell you is to just not give up. And I'm so happy. Like, I was so happy to find out that you were able to secure a position and that that's working out so well for you. I'm so happy for you and excited. And trust me, I will be bringing you back for my pre-match.
yes,
For my pre-match day encouragement squad, because
yes, it's
I just think that people need to hear from others who have been there, who have
yes,
gotten that email that said that they don't have a position, and
yes,
hear about your journey and what you did and how you did it to continue to have that perseverance to keep pushing through
yes,
all of the negativity that was going on. You still
yes.
push through.
Thank you, Dr. Sally. It would be my pleasure to come back, because when I did match in phase one, it was like, wow.
Yeah,
Because I got 9 interviews and not to match in one was like an eye
yeah,
opener. And I
yeah,
actually reached out to some RPDs, and they tell me,
yeah,
Yolanda, it wasn't you. You had the qualifications, but we found people who were a better fit. So, yeah.
yeah.
Like, you just have to
which
dust
is
yourself back
which
up.
it doesn't help you feel better about it.
Yeah,
It definitely doesn't help you feel better about it. But I'm so glad that you have a
yeah,
program that you're in and it's working
yes.
for
And
you. Like you're an example of it's going to work out for the way it's supposed to.
yes, it really
So,
did work out.
yeah, your program, how many positions do they offer for managed care specifically?
So, Dr. Sally, my program is two candidates. I have a
Wow,
co-resident.
awesome.
So it makes life, like residency life, fun. We bounced
Yeah,
off each other. Like, I don't know
absolutely.
how I could have dealt with this residency if I didn't have an awesome co-resident. He's the best. So it's two positions, and it starts June 1st.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
early.
June 1st, but it's like training. So the upcoming residents, those who will take over us when we graduate, we kind of train them
Yeah, that's
for
how
a month.
ours was.
Yes, for a
Yeah,
month, and then they transition into the position.
got you. Yeah. We had a 2 weeks overlap with the outgoing class.
Yes.
We had a
The
two
people
weeks overlap
the people that we took over, they trained us for the whole month of June, and then they graduated and got jobs.
and got
So
jobs. That's amazing. One of the questions I think I wanted you to talk about today is what are your goals after this year? What is it looking like for Dr. Yolanda?
Dr. Sally, my goals, honestly, I love where I'm doing my residency. So, if there's a position in other lines of business, because it's a huge company, right now
Yeah.
I'm just focused on Medicaid, but they also have
Okay.
Medicare, federal
Yeah.
employee benefits, commercial. So, if there are any openings, I would like to stay on. But if not, I mean, I'm expanding my horizons, maybe
For you.
working for another company or possibly looking at industry.
Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Will your program be at midyear? Are you guys
N-
participating in the showcase or will you be at midyear?
no, no.
Okay.
I can like I can email you like information like the brochure, and you
Yeah.
can send it out to your students.
Okay. And so what is the application process? Because if you're not a mid-year, you mentioned the
No,
program is not accredited. So do they just apply straight to the program?
yes, I would
Mhm.
email the information. You email your CVs,
Mm,
your transcripts to the RPD directly.
got you. Okay, great.
Yes.
So the Blue Cross Blue Shield managed care won't be at mid-year. And I think you mentioned because they're not accredited, but the application, it's open right now, right?
I think it will open like in January.
Oh, great. So the
Yeah.
application cycle will open in
Let me
January,
see. Yeah,
and you'll
Dr.
have an
Sally,
opportunity. Yeah. So
let me
once,
see. Can I
yeah,
post the brochure in the chat, or how does
yeah,
that work? Okay.
I think you can comment and post it right in the comment. Thank
Okay.
you. That's a creative
Mm-hmm.
solution. Um,
Yes, Dr.
let's see
Sally,
if
I'm
we,
gonna do that.
okay, whether or not we can make that happen.
Yeah, because they have to email their packet by January 15th.
Got you. Okay. I
Okay.
think one of the other things you're definitely coming back because there's a deeper conversation that I want to have with you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want to have conversation with you, women of color that have gone through this interview process and what this experience was like for you, how you prepared, what the
Mm-hmm.
outcome of some of these things that you experienced personally, but more importantly, advice that you want to give student pharmacists. So, even right now, for those that are going to be going through the match, what is some advice that you have for them that you want to give them, as they are literally
Um,
about to start?
I, I would tell them that first and foremost, when you're choosing programs, please read on the description to make sure that you're going to be a fit, because the interview is not just a one way
Yeah.
like process. You have to also make sure that you're a good fit. They're interviewing you and you're interviewing them. So
Facts.
make sure that, that's where you want to spend 1 year of your career,
Yeah.
like, because that will make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And also, know that there will be rejection. You just have to keep on going. It hurts to hear
Yeah.
that you didn't match, because
Yeah.
it takes a lot of sweat and tears, everything. And then
Yeah.
for you to open your email, they're like, sorry, you didn't match. Sometimes you
Yeah.
tend to question yourself, am I not smart? What did I do?
Yeah.
So just don't, I mean, it sucks, but keep on going. Because for me, I had people tell me, Yolanda, why are you so focused on managed care? You should do something else.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So I
remember
was like,
asking that. I
yeah,
remember asking you that question, and I was like, what is it about this particular functional area? Like what? But I also remember how vividly you were clear about your why. Like you knew
yeah,
exactly why this was the functional area you wanted. And I was like, okay, then this is where you should focus your energy, because I don't believe in like changing people's minds, but I always start with asking people like why,
mhm,
because the ability of a person to tell you their why and the clarity of that why can tell you a lot about where the motivation is coming from.
yeah.
But you were always so clear about why you wanted managed care.
Yes, so
Yeah.
because I even had my academic advisor, she told me when I didn't match in phase one, she was like, Yolanda, you should divert your focus and try to apply
Yeah.
to general PGY ones. And I was
Yeah.
like, no, even if I don't get a managed care residency, I will reapply again in 2023. That was
Yeah.
what I had in mind. I said, I'm going to work for a year and
Yeah.
reapply again to managed care, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm really passionate about.
Right.
So, guys, keep on going. Even if you get rejections, you know, keep on going, and then also have backup plans,
Mhm.
because, like Dr. Sally said, sometimes life doesn't go like follows a straight path. Sometimes there
No,
are bends along the way. You just have to
mhm,
keep on pushing. If you definitely know
absolutely.
your whys, that's what I would
Yeah.
tell you.
Uh, we appreciate that so much. So and I was gonna get you. I was like, what is your wisdom from the journey? But I get you just outlined it. It's just
Mhm.
don't give up.
Yeah,
it's
it
it's don't
sucks.
give up. Yeah.
You may look at yourself and be like, am I not smart? But keep on pushing. You're not the only one going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Like this residency process, that a lot of people are applying to it. You just have to
Yeah.
make sure that you stand out,
Mm,
like, give it your best shot. Don't try to
mm,
embellish anything. Just be
mhm.
you, I would say,
Just
because
you.
people can know when you're being fake about it. So
Yeah.
just be you. That's the advice I would give.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I'm so glad like you were able to spare a few minutes of your evening to come and talk to us.
Mhm.
And for everybody who's either joining us now or watching this back, please remember she's definitely coming back. There's a deeper conversation to be had.
Yes.
And I told her forever ago that she owed me this super deep conversation, because
Yeah.
I wanted to get to the root of what it is, and um, some thought provoking conversations that Akonje is one of many, many women and many, many candidates that I interacted with over the years that are absolutely willing to come and speak to all of you that are going to be in the trenches really, really soon. And I just admire your courage. I really, really admire your courage and your willingness to really reach back and share all of the things you learned from your journey with other
Yeah.
people. Um, Thank you so much for joining us. And that is it tonight.
The,
And remember that with the managed care, At Blue Cross Blue Shield, just to recap, the application is going to open in January, and submission
Yes,
deadline is in
January
January
5th.
15th.
Dr. Sally, I was trying to upload the brochure, but I will just
Okay.
email it to you personally and you
Yeah.
can share it, like, yeah, because I'm
Okay.
trying to know
It's
success.
not working. Okay. So you guys can expect that for me to publicly post that both on
Mhm.
my private page as well as the Resi Prep page. Um,
Yeah.
and I always tell everybody, I know I sound like a broken record, but you're never going to know what you qualify for unless you apply. Please apply. Don't count yourself out. Don't count yourself out. You should definitely give all of these opportunities a real shot. And I can tell you now that Dr. Yolanda, she's going to be happy to speak with you. Um,
Yes.
and is LinkedIn an excellent way for them to reach
Yeah.
out?
They
Okay.
can reach out to me, Dr. Sally. That would be awesome. I'm
Mhm.
here. I'm willing to give back if you have any questions.
Yeah.
I like to see many people like us in the managed care space.
Praise.
It needs diverse
Absolutely.
voices.
Mhm.
And also, I always tell students another resource you can go to is amcp.org to also
Okay.
look for unaccredited. They have like a list of unaccredited managed care programs. I always
Gotcha.
advise students to look at that too and apply to that too.
Absolutely. So if you want to reach out, if you want to learn more, or you just want to connect, because she's such an awesome person, reach out to her, and I'm positive that it will be a rewarding experience for you. Thank you so much, Akonje. As always, I'm so always so happy to hear and interact. And I look forward to finally meeting you in person after like all this time of us being
Yes.
virtual. I'm so excited about mid-year, and it's just going to be this huge opportunity for me to meet so many people that I've just been interacting with virtually for the last 2 years plus. So thank you so much. And everybody, thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on replay, please like and share and let all your friends know. And thank you and have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Sally, for this opportunity and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much.